Hola, bienvenidos a todos a clase número 4 y hoy vamos a aprender sobre los cumpleaños y también la edad. Pero primero, ¿qué hay en la mesa? ¿Qué hay en la mesa? ¿Qué hay en la mesa? Hay un teléfono. ¿Hay una planta? No. 1, 2, 3. Hay 3 plantas. Hay 1, 2, 3, 4. Hay 4 bolígrafos. 4 bolígrafos. Y también hay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hay 5 libros. Key question word. ¿Cuánto? ¿Cuántos? ¿Cuánta? ¿Cuántas? How much or how many? ¿Cuántos teléfonos hay? Hay un teléfono. ¿Y cuántos bolígrafos hay? Hay 4 bolígrafos. ¿Y cuántas plantas hay? Hay 3 plantas. Y finalmente, ¿cuántos libros hay? Hay 5 libros. Lesson 4. Just to let you know, this lesson should take anywhere up to about 40 minutes. Task 1, I want you to read sentences 1 to 3 from Fernando down to Camila, and I want you to tell me what time of day it is and how these people feel. If you can, could you also say why they feel that way? I'll come back to you shortly. Buena suerte. Vale, número 1, Fernando. He says, buenos días, which would indicate it's morning. Estoy muy bien. He's very well. Remember that adverb muy, very. 2, Beatriz, buenas noches. Estoy bien, pero bastante cansada. So she's talking at night. She is also well, but she is quite tired. We saw this in lesson 3. Why does cansada end in an A? Well, quite simply, because we have a girl, a lady talking, the adjective has to agree in gender, so therefore it ends in an A, cansada. Número 3, Camila. She says, hola, buenas tardes, estoy fatal, porque estoy enferma. So hopefully you worked out that it's either taking place in the afternoon or possibly the evening. She is terrible. And why? Because she is feeling ill or sick. Task 2. Could you now say how you are feeling today using the words on the left to help you, or indeed from previous lessons? And could you find another 3 words from a dictionary to describe how you're feeling as well? Okay, off you go. Buena suerte. Vale, this is what I came up with today. If you wouldn't mind pausing the video just for a moment, reading through and translating back to yourself how I am today. Off you go. Vale, ¿listos? ¡Qué negativo! Hoy estoy fatal porque estoy bastante cansado, muy estresado, un poco enfermo y harto. La traducción and the translation. Today I am terrible because I am quite tired, very stressed, a little bit unwell and fed up. I'm not really. And the 3 new words I used are triste, meaning sad, antisocial, antisocial, and deprimido, depressed. Again, I'm not. Just teaching you some new words. Vale, vamos a continuar. Let's continue. So, could I please ask that you just read that text out aloud in Spanish, pause the video, I'll come back to you shortly. And this time, just read with me. So, hola, buenos días, me llamo Rico y hoy estoy muy bien porque es mi cumpleaños. Hoy es lunes 2 de septiembre y tengo 10 años. Nací en 2010 en Barcelona. Tengo 5 cuestiones para vosotros. Y ahora, por favor, escribid el texto en inglés. And your translation should read a little bit like this. We've got, hello, good morning, I'm called Rico, and today I am very well because it is my birthday. Today is Monday, the 2nd of September, and literally I have 10 years. So in English we would translate that as I am 10, or I have 10 years of age. The red task, the more challenging part, I was born. Now notice that in Spanish you've got one word that means 3 in English. I was born, nací. I was born in 2010 in Barcelona. I have 5 questions for you. And those 5 questions here, I'm hoping you'll be able to answer fluently by the end of this 2-part lesson. So, ¿cómo te llamas? What are you called? ¿Qué pasa? Another way of saying ¿qué tal? How are you? What's up? ¿Cuándo es tu cumpleaños? When is your birthday? ¿Cuántos años tienes? I realize we might not all want to be admitting this one, but how old are you? Or literally, how many years do you have? And finally, ¿cuándo y dónde naciste? When and where were you born? I just want to emphasize the word años, like ño, onion. If you don't say the ñ sound and you say años, that means your backside. So we don't want to be saying how many backsides do you have, okay? Vale, los números. Escuchad y repetid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Y otra vez. And again. Otra vez. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If you need to, just replay that part of the video. Keep practicing them. But for now, I'm going to say a number in Spanish. I just want you to call out what the meaning is in English. Okay, so if I said uno, you're just going to call out 1. Let's go. Vamos. 8. 8. 5. 5. 2. 2. 7. 7. 6. 6. 9. 9. 3. 3. Okay, this time I'm going to say 2 at a time. Call out both numbers. 1, 2. 1, 2. 4, 6. 4, 6. 8, 9. 8, 9. 8, 10. 8, 10. 2, 5. 2, 5. Vale, and this time I'm going to say a number in English. I'd like you to tell me what the corresponding Spanish word is. Okay, here we go. 8. 8. 3. 3. 6. 6. 10. 10. 1. 1. 7. 7. Vale, ahora vamos a pronunciar estos números 11 hasta 19. Escuchad y repetid. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, otra vez, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 y finalmente 16 hasta 19. Vamos, escuchad y pronuncia. 16, 16, 16, 17, 17, 18, 18 y finalmente 19, 19. You may recognize there are some similarities between the single digits and the double ones. For example, dos, doce, the same two letters to begin with. Tres, trece, the same three letters. Cuatro, catorce, not quite the same, but similar in look, in sound as well. Cinco, quince, quite different, but you do have the INC in both of those numbers. Seis, 16. Now notice when we say 16, we're actually saying 10 and 6. 10 comes from the word 10, 16. 10 and 7, 17. 10 and 8, 18. 10 and 9, 19. Okay, I'm going to call out some numbers in Spanish for you from both lists this time, and I'd like you just to say the word out in Spanish. Okay, vamos. 5, 5, 8, 8, 1, 3, 3, 10, 9, 9, 4, 4, 12, 12, 14, 14, 11, 11, 6, 6, 2, 2, 18, 18, 16, 16, 15, 15, 19, 19. Vale, we're not going to go through all numbers here, but this will be an opportune moment to take a screenshot or to pause and make a note of these numbers. The numbers 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, etc. in Spanish do generally have links to the single digits. So, for example, 30, the first three letters like tres, 40, 40 coming from cuatro, the number 4, 50 comes from the number 5, cinco, 60, 60, we know the number 6 is 6, 70, the number 7 is 7, 8 is the number 8, 80 is the 80, 9 for 9, 90 for 90. They are recognizable. So therefore, to say 23, we're going to say 23, 24, 24. So it's as easy as that. However, once we start saying 30, 40, 50, 60, etc., and we want to say 31, 32, 33, we don't remove the ending of the number 30 and replace it with an I. We actually separate these numbers out. So 30 and 1, 31. 31. So 32, 32, 33, 33, 34, 34, and so on. The question is, why haven't we done the same as we did with 20? Well, quite simply, if you were to say 21, you're using 3 very strong vowel type sounds. It's actually quite hard to pronounce, and if you said that out loud, your mouth would be stretching all over the place. So the Spanish have made it a lot more simple, and quite simply we're saying 31. It's much easier to pronounce. Vale, you might want some paper and a pen at this stage, or you might want to take a screenshot. I'm essentially going to read out 8 sentences for you, telling you how old 8 different people are. All you need to do is make a note of their age here. If you want to just write the figure, no problem. If you want to try and write the Spanish as well, that's fine, but you're going to need to be quick. Vale, ¿listos? Number 1. Tengo 8 años. Tengo 8 años. Number 2. Tengo 4 años. Tengo 4 años. Number 3. Tengo 9 años. Tengo 9 años. Number 4. Tengo 5 años. Tengo 5 años. Number 5. Tengo 6 años. tengo 6 años. Number 6, tengo 11 años. Tengo 11 años. Number 7, tengo 18 años. Tengo 18 años. Number 8, tengo 19 años. Tengo 19 años. Y vamos, las respuestas. Number 1, 8. Number 2, 4. Number 3, 9. Number 4, 5. Number 5, 6. Number 6, 11. Number 7, 18. And finally, number 8, 19. So I want you to think about how you ask the question, how old are you? ¿Cuántos años tienes? Literally, how many years do you have? And the answer is going to be tengo, I have, plus your number, your age, and then the word years, años, not anos. Please, for the love of God, don't say I have 44 backsides or something like that, okay? So if it were me, I would say tengo 44 años, okay? Literally, I have 44 years of age. So just practice the question after me. ¿Cuántos años tienes? And your answer will be tengo, I have, tengo, plus your age, and then the word years. So, for me, tengo 44 años. So, I'll ask you the question, how old are you? And you tell me in Spanish how old you are. ¿Cuántos años tienes? Vale, we're going to do exactly the same thing again with 2 new columns, 1 to 8. The only difference this time is that 5 to 8 are going to be a little bit trickier, and they're going to refer to some of the key language I've written for you here. Okay, so you've got words like mum, dad, brother, sister. We've got words like day, month, year, my birthday is. You're going to make a note of how old the person is. Who are we talking about? La persona. Are we talking about someone's friend, their mum? And also, I want you to note when their birthday is. On this occasion, you just need to listen out for the month they were born in. Okay, so their age, the month they were born, and who is it we're talking about. Okay, vamos. Vale, número 1. Tengo 9 años. 2. Tengo 12 años. 3. Tengo 17 años. 4. Tengo 20 años. Number 5. Mi amigo tiene 8 años y su cumpleaños es en septiembre. I'll repeat. Number 5. Mi amigo tiene 8 años y su cumpleaños es en septiembre. Number 6. Mi madre tiene 30 años y su cumpleaños es en octubre. I repeat. Mi madre tiene 30 años y su cumpleaños es en octubre. Number 7. Mi hermana tiene 9 años y su cumpleaños es en agosto. Again, otra vez. Mi hermana tiene 9 años y su cumpleaños es en agosto. Finalmente, number 8. Mi padre tiene 50 años y su cumpleaños es en marzo. Mi padre tiene 50 años y su cumpleaños es en marzo. Vamos, las respuestas. Let's go. Answers. Number 1 is 9. Number 2, 12. Number 3, 17. Number 4, 20. Number 5, we're talking about a friend, 8 years of age, and the birthday is in September. Number 6, mum, 30 years of age, birthday is in October. Number 7, sister, 9 years of age, birthday is in August. And finally, number 8, dad, 50 years of age, and birthday is in March. Vale, screenshot time or pause the video once I've explained what you're doing. You are going to do some very straightforward maths on this occasion, las matemáticas. Work through task A, B, C, and then your red task, task D. For task A, you need to complete the gap with the most appropriate number to fit the sequence. So for example, number 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Task B, you're going to write here what those sums are. So quite simply, 1 plus 1 equals, and then you'd write dos, 2. You've got minus, divided by, and multiplied by in there as well. Okay, so watch out for those. And you're going to use those same words actually once you've learned them to complete these gaps. So 2 something 2 is 4. And then task D, some more sums with higher numbers. Okay, I'm going to leave this with you. I'd suggest taking about 10 minutes. I'll come back to you with the answers shortly. Buena suerte. Vale, ¿listos? Las respuestas en 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, if you could just mark your activity and we'll move on to the final part of this lesson. Gracias. Vale, and this is where we pretty much started our lesson today. I'm going to read out for you a few words or sentences in English. I want you to call out for me how you would say them in Spanish using the text to help, okay? So we're going to say, how do you say in Spanish, ¿cómo se dice en español, I am very well? Estoy muy bien. ¿Cómo se dice en español, my birthday? Mi cumpleaños. ¿Cómo se dice en español, today? Hoy. Remember, don't pronounce the H. ¿Cómo se dice en español, September? Septiembre. ¿Cómo se dice en español, I was born? Nací. ¿Cómo se dice en español, I have? Tengo. ¿Cómo se dice en español, what's up? What's up? ¿Qué pasa? ¿Cómo se dice en español, how old are you? ¿Cuántos años tienes? Y finalmente, ¿cómo se dice en español, when is your birthday? ¿Cuándo es tu cumpleaños? Okay, folks, and as always, at the end of lesson, I go through with you any new language that we've covered today. Quite a lot. La edad. Age. Mi cumpleaños. My birthday. Nací. I was born. Tengo 8 años. I'm 8. Remember, I have 8 years. We looked at a few new months as well. Marzo. Sorry about my Zs, that's how I do them. My kids absolutely go crazy about that. They say, oh, it should be like this. I don't care. Marzo, March. Septiembre, September. Octubre, October. Agosto, hopefully you recognize these. August. And finally, ¿cómo se dice blah 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 en español? How do you say blah 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 en español, in Spanish? Thank you for joining me for lesson 4. Lesson 5 will actually be part 2 of this lesson. There's still lots to do on age and birthdays. And as if by some miracle, thank you, I am no longer feeling any of these things. So I'll leave you with those words just to think about what they mean. We started lesson with them. And in the meantime, I will see you the next time. Adios, gracias.